Okay, so this tutorial is going to go over how to embed, well, pretty much anything into your Moodle course, but specifically in this case, a Google Slideshow. But if you know about, sorry, my phone just thought I was talking to it when I said that word, so that's pretty funny. It was about ready to start talking to me. Anyway, but if you know about embed codes, which I'll show you a little bit about right here, anything that you can get the embed code, you can use that to publish it to your, or to embed it into your into your Moodle course. All right, so let me go ahead and show you my screen. And right here, you should be seeing that fairly soon. Right here, well, it's taking a bit here. Hopefully you're seeing my screen here, and we have a Google Slideshow that I've created. And I can take any Google Slideshow that I've made and I can publish it to the web, which basically gives you some embed code. So I'm going to go ahead and click on File up here in the top left-hand corner. And then I'm going to say Publish to the web. And then I'm going to get another window that opens up right here that has some options. Okay, so here's my options. I can't just have a link. I could, just be something to click on, but that's not really embedding the presentation. So I'm going to click on Embed right here and make that choice pop up here. I got some options here about how big I want it to be. Let's say I want it to be, the smaller one, or if I know about pixels and the height, width and the height of pixels, I can put it in there. I can put my own width and height if I want to, but I'll just pick small here just to keep it simple. It is going to, in a Google Slideshow, it does look like it's going to auto advance through the presentation. So I've got some choices here. I'll just pick every 1 minute because then I can actually go in, and when it's embedded into my Moodle, I can click on the next one kind of at my own pace at that point. But if it's going to automatically go through the slideshow, that might be a little bit confusing if it's just jumping from one slide to the next. So I've got that set up right now. So basically what I do at this point is I click on this embed code right here, which is all this stuff that's now highlighted in blue. And if you know HTML, you probably know, what this stuff all means right here. It's that width and the height, things like that. I know about this much HTML, so I know enough to get myself in trouble most of the time, but I'm going to go ahead and hit Control-C right here, or just copy this, okay? So I copied that embed code. Then I'm going to go into my Moodle course, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So here we go. Okay, so now we're back in my Moodle course. You need to make sure that you click up here and make sure it actually, you turn the editing on. Right now it says turn editing off because it is on, but make sure you do that, and then you should see all these extra things that pop up on your page, like these edit buttons right here. So I'm going to go ahead and go to week 2. I've been kind of working on week 2 as I've been doing some tutorials and things like that. So I'm going to say add an activity or resource. I'm going to say add an activity. And let's try that again. And then I'm going to say add a page. I'm just going to add just a plain old page. There's a description there you might want to look at. Just check it out, see what it says. But I'm going to skip that for right now. And once I add a page, it's going to ask me for a name. So I'm just going to say, best page, embed content. I can give it a description if I want. Make it whatever I want there. And then here's my content. So I can start building content, and I can say below is a slideshow that you need to watch. And I can just start putting things in here. I can, center things, and, or I can do whatever, formatting they have here, use different size fonts and whatnot. But then eventually what I want to do is I want to embed that code. I can't just copy and paste it into here because it'll just show up as a bunch of text. But if I click on this arrow that points down right here, it opens up some more buttons. So now you've got, like your center button and things like that, and indents and, different things. Now this right here, if you've seen that sort of, 2 arrows or whatever there, that usually stands for embedding something. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this right here where it says HTML and has those 2 arrows. And then basically what I'm starting to do right here is I'm starting to put HTML, hypertext markup language, into my page. Don't worry about it too much. I do want to make sure it's below what I've written in there. I want to make sure that the content, the slideshow in this case, is going to be where I want it to be on the page. So if I have several things on the page, I want to, find out, like right here, I put in below as a slideshow. So obviously I want that to be below. I'm going to go ahead and put it after this, the P in those arrows, because I know that stands for the start of a paragraph. I don't know if that's necessary, but I'm just going to do that for the purposes of this tutorial here. Then I'm going to go ahead and paste it. Okay, so I did Control V right there. I could probably do right click and then paste as well, but if that doesn't work, you can do Control V. And then you can see it took all of that programming and put it right there. And that's basically all I got to do. You don't really want to mess with this unless you know quite a bit about HTML and want to modify some of this. So if I wanted to change the width and the height, although I could have done that earlier, then I could do that there. But for most of us, we just want to leave it alone. I'm going to say save and display right here. And then it should take me back to my course and we can see if it worked. Okay, so we'll just give that a minute right there. Okay, and you can see that, here that once you click on Save and Display, you've got your slideshow right here. You can make it bigger or smaller if you want to. You can make it, the students can make it full screen right here if they wanted to. And I can just push play and let it go, or I can just manually go through each of the slides right here by clicking on these arrows. I can go back and forth right here, or I can just choose whichever slide I want it to go to. Okay, and that's how I've embedded my my slideshow into my Moodle course. Hope this was helpful. Thank you.